Last week on the People's Quiz, teacher Mark Lebet ruthlessly picked 16-year-old Danielle to face him in Do or Die, taking one step closer to our massive cash prize.
Who stood in for Michael Vaughan as England?
Freddie Flintoff.
Correct. What word for a large lorry?
Juggernaut.
Correct.
The Basenji.
Dog.
Correct.
I'm playing this like a blood sport, hard but fair.
Danielle was devastated.
Please don't.
Quiz god William G. Stewart was making shockwaves of his own.
Men win quizzes because men are better at quizzes.
With all due respect, it's rubbish.
With William's words ringing in their ears, will any of our ladies step forward to prove him wrong?
The girls are here to win it too, and we can do it.
Or could either of our two new contenders battle their way to third place in our grand final? This is no ordinary game. This is the People's Quiz 2007. Since January, we've been combing the country, looking for exceptional minds and the cream of quiz talent. Thousands have fallen short, thousands were short, some are caught short, but every week the numbers get smaller and the pressure expands. At stake is the BBC's largest ever prize, a life-changing £200,700. It's a lot of money. Last week, 8 players survived, and they're joined by 2 new contenders drawn from our shortlist of 20. Anything can happen, but 2 things definitely will. Tonight's champion will be fast-tracked to the grand final and a shot at the title, but another will exit the tournament, never to return. Let's meet tonight's players. Julia Hobbs, office manager from Reading. Hayley Walters, full-time mum of 4 from Caerphilly. Ben Phillips, unemployed from North London. Lucy Felkin, clinical researcher from South Wales. Mick McCarthy, software developer from Headington, Oxfordshire. Stephanie Bruce, a chemist from Haverhill. David Buckle, vice principal from Nuneaton. Will Cudmore, university student from Oxford. Diane Halligan, assistant accountant from Leeds. And finally, David Craig, student vet from Troon. There are 10. Now, to get through, our contenders have to face our panel. Now, these 3 fire questions like Sir Alan Sugar fires backstabbing wannabes. Will you please welcome our quiz gods? Quiz show legend, William G. Stewart. First Lady of Current Affairs, journalist and broadcaster, Kate Garraway. And Queen of Popular Culture and classically trained musician, Mylene Klass. OK, it's time to start the competition. And one thing's for sure, only the strong will survive. We begin with all 10 players, but only 4 will cling on to the next round. Here's how it works. There'll be 2 minutes of quick-fire questions. You all start in the green zone. Get a question right, you stay green, and you choose who faces the next question. But get a question wrong, you're in the red, you're out of that game, and play passes to the contender on your left. To stay in the running, you must keep a clean slate. Best of luck to you all. Mylene.
Now, the computer has randomly selected Will to start. There's 2 minutes on the clock. William will ask you your first question. Your time begins now.
Will, China was a 2007 UK #1 for which pop group?
Take that.
Correct. Pass 2?
Julia.
Julia, Baden-Baden is a famous spa town in which country?
Germany.
Correct. Pass 2?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, Paul Newman and Michael Schumacher voiced characters in which 2006 animated movie?
Over the head.
No, Cars. You're out of time. You're now in the red. Play passes to David.
David, a flying fox is a variety of which mammal?
Squirrel.
Incorrect. A bat. You're in the red. Play passes to Will.
Will, in Lonely Hearts ads, what does WLTM stand for?
Would like to meet.
Correct. Pass to.
Ben.
Ben, who did actor Matthew Broderick marry in 1997?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Correct. Play passes
Diane.
Diane, which English city will be the European Capital of Culture for 2008?
Bristol.
No, Liverpool. You're in the red, and play passes to Dave.
Dave, in 2003, which TV star published a book entitled I Don't Mean to Be Rude, but...
Simon Cowell.
Correct. Pass to.
Ben.
Ben, Krakatoa is a small volcanic island in which Southeast Asian country?
Vietnam.
No, Indonesia. You're now in the red. Play passes to Lucy.
Lucy, which actor played Neo in the Matrix film trilogy?
Keanu Reeves.
Correct. Pass to?
Will.
Will, the English King Ethelred was known by which nickname?
The Unready.
Correct. Pass to.
Mick.
Mick, the Bash Street Kids can be found in the pages of which British comic?
The Beano.
Correct. Pass to?
Will.
Will, how many awards make up the Nobel Prizes?
5.
No, 6. You're in the red, and play passes to Dave.
Dave, star in a reasonably priced car is a segment on which popular TV motoring show?
Top Gear.
Correct. Pass to.
Julia.
Julia, traditionally, which fish is used to make an arbro smoky? Haddock. Correct.
Well done, Julia. Still in the green, just along with Hayley, Lucy, Mick and Dave. Now, we have got one more question for that vital place in the next round. Buzz first, get this right, and you're through. OK? Mylene.
Here's your question. Samuel Preston is the lead singer... Mick.
The Ordinary Boys.
I'll complete the question. Samuel Preston is the lead singer of which British band? You said The Ordinary Boys. That is correct.
Well done. Come and join us. So, Mick's first one through. William, we have 2 new people joining us tonight, Dave and Lucy. How well do you think they're going to get on?
Well, firstly, Dave and Lucy, I think you're both pretty smart, but most of your experience, both of you, comes in pub quizzes, and this is not a pub quiz league. This is the Wimbledon, the FA Cup, the Ascot, the whole lot of the quiz league. So you've got to be pretty good, both of you.
Now, Mylene, this is obviously the toughest of quizzing tournaments. Who do you think tonight is going to be out of their depth?
Ben, come on, you've got to put up a fight this time.
I got 1 out of 2 just then.
Well, it's not bad. I want you to get 2 out of 2 the next time round.
Kate, who would you like to see shine tonight?
I'd like to see Mick shine tonight because, frankly, his performance in the competition so far has been so dull. We've seen more inspiration in a cold cup of tea, to be honest. So I think, OK, he gets a sympathy vote. He is playing it safe, which is good, but there's a time to be safe. If you want to play it safe, get a thermos, go fishing, Mick. The People's Quiz is all about taking risks.
Well, that's what our panel thinks, but it's what's going on in our players' minds that really counts. OK, everyone, it's a fresh start. You're back in the green zone. You're all back in the game. To join Mick, all you need to do is keep answering all your questions correctly. William.
We stopped on Julia, so we start with Hayley. Kate will ask the first question, and the time starts now.
Which stage musical is based on songs by ABBA?
Mamma Mia.
Correct. Pass to.
Ben. Ben, tic-tac-toe is the American name for which game?
Table tennis.
Noughts and crosses,
Oh.
you're in the red. Play passes to Lucy.
Lucy, in which television series does Jenny Seagrove play the character, the barrister Joe Mills?
Judge John Deed.
Correct. Pass to?
Will.
Will, in Greek mythology, whose abduction by Paris caused the Trojan War?
Helen of Troy.
Correct. Pass to.
Hayley.
Hayley, how many A's are there in the first name of singer and actress Ms. Streisand?
2.
Correct. Pass to.
Will.
Well, an Alsatian is a native or inhabitant of which French region?
The Alsace.
Correct. Pass to?
Diane.
Diane, who did Ringo Starr replace as drummer of the Beatles?
Pete Best.
Correct. Pass to.
Lucy.
Lucy, which animal is described by the word vulpine?
Pass.
Fox, you're in the red. Play passes to Stephanie.
Stephanie, what nationality is the tennis player Roger Federer?
Swiss.
Correct. Pass to?
David.
David, how is the word nincompoop spelled?
N-I-N-C-O-N-P-O-O-P.
Incorrect. It is Nincompoop. You're in the red. Play now passes to Will.
Will, which European capital city is served by the port of Piraeus?
Lisbon.
No, Athens, you're in the red. Play passes to Diane.
Diane, in which industry is Trevor Sorbie a famous name?
Hairdressing.
Correct. Pass to?
Dave.
Dave, which Martin Scorsese movie won the 2007 Best Picture Oscar?
The Departed.
Correct.
Well done, Dave. So you are in the green, along with Diane, Stephanie, Hayley and Julia. OK, one more question then to make it through to the next round and join Mick and stay in the running for the grand final. William.
Brass is an alloy of copper and which other metal? Diane?
Tin.
No, zinc. You're in the red. The next question. Which spirit is added to cola to make the cocktail Cuba Libre? Julia?
Rum. White rum.
Rum is OK. I was teasing you. Well done, Julia.
Thank you.
That's your specialist subject, isn't it?
Yeah, booze. Yeah, I was quite lucky there.
Listen, congratulations. Come and join us. OK, so everyone else then, still 2 places available. You're all back in the green zone. Here's Kate.
Well, we stopped on Dave, so we're going to start this round with Hayley. Your first question will come from Mylene, and your time starts now.
Footballer Ashley Cole married Cheryl Tweedy last year. Of which pop group is she a member?
Girls Aloud.
Correct. Pass to?
Ben.
Ben, what relation to you is your uncle's son?
Cousin.
Correct. Pass to?
Will.
Will, in the Wallace and Gromit films, what is the name of the sheep?
Sean.
Correct. Pass to?
Diane.
Diane, in which US state is Mount Rushmore found?
South Dakota.
Correct. Pass to?
Ben.
Ben, in professional football, how many feet above the ground is the crossbar?
9.
8. You're in the red, and play passes to Lucy.
Lucy, in Russia, the word babushka describes which member of the family?
Baby.
No, grandmother. You're in the red. Play now passes to Stephanie.
Stephanie, which female pop star had her first UK #1 with Smile? You're out of time. The answer is Lily Allen. You're now in the red. Play passes to David.
David, in Greek mythology, by what was the sword of Damocles suspended?
A vine.
A hare. You're in the red. Play passes to Will.
Will, in which decade did the TV soap EastEnders first appear?
The 1980s.
Correct. Pass to?
Dave.
Dave, from which country did Brazil gain independence in 1822?
Portugal.
Correct. Pass to?
Hayley.
Hayley, Anne Elizabeth Alice Louise Lawrence is better known by what name?
Princess Anne.
Correct. Pass to?
Will.
Will, to which section of the orchestra does the corps anglais belong?
Woodwind.
Correct. Stay in the green.
Well done, Will. So, surviving then, in the green zone, we have Hayley, Will, Dave and Diane. Now, you have one more question to make it through to the next round and on to Brain Chain. Kate, over to you.
What was the first name of Inspector Morse? Will.
Endeavour.
Correct.
Well done, Will. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Come and join us. OK, everyone, brand new game. You're all back in the green, but you cannot afford to lose. This really is your last chance for that last place then. Mylene.
OK, we stopped with Will, so we'll start with Diane. William will ask you your first question. Your time starts now.
According to the old saying, what is the spice of life?
Variety.
Correct. Pass to?
Ben.
Ben, the young Superman grew up in which fictional town?
Smallville.
Correct. Pass to?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, what is the usual colour of pistachio ice cream?
Green.
Correct. Pass to?
David.
David, what is the square root of 169?
13.
Correct. Pass to?
Dave.
Dave, in which year did London last host the Olympic Games?
1948.
Correct. Pass to?
Hayley.
Hayley, the spice cinnamon comes from a tree native to which continent? Aisha. Correct. Pass 2. Ben.
Ben, in 2003, which pop star had a UK #1 with Slow?
Robbie Williams.
Kylie Minogue, you're in the red, and play passes to Lucy.
Lucy, what is the highest civilian award for gallantry in the UK?
The Victoria Cross.
No, George Cross. You're in the red. Play passes to Stephanie.
Stephanie, in 1983, Disney opened a theme park at Urayasu, situated in which country?
Japan.
Correct. Pass 2.
Diane.
Diane, which partnership wrote the musical Oklahoma?
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Correct. Pass 2.
David.
David, which city became the Royal Shakespeare Company's northern base in 1977?
York.
No, Newcastle. You're in the red. Play now passes to Diane.
Diane, Britain Joe Calzaghe is a leading figure in which sport?
Boxing.
Correct. Pass 2.
Haley.
Haley, which fruit is the main ingredient of Melba sauce?
Peach.
No, raspberries. You're in the red, and the round is over.
So, still in the green and still in the running. We have Stephanie, Diane and Dave. Now, we have one more question for that vital place in the next round. Buzz first, get it right, and you're through. It's as simple as that. Mylene.
In the Tomb Raider games, what is Lara Croft's... Stephanie.
Archaeologist.
I'll complete the question. In the Tomb Raider games, what is Lara Croft's profession? You said archaeologist. You were right.
Congratulations, Stephanie. You're the fourth and final contender to go through. Second time on Brain Chain. Come and join us. So, unfortunately, for the duration of the next round, you 6 must become spectators. But don't despair, because you may be down, but you are not out. One of you could be called back for do or die. Now, you 4 are edging ever closer to being tonight's champion and getting a shot at the big prize on June the 23rd. Right now, 3 of you must go. The Brain Chain is a test of knowledge, consistency and bravery. Mick, Julia, Will and Stephanie, you'll each have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. Every correct answer will build a chain. Get a question wrong and the chain collapses, you go back to 0. To stop that happening, you must say save before the next question. The player with the longest chain of correct answers will be the winner and they'll go through to tonight's final do or die. Stephanie, you were the last player through, and so you must build the first chain and set the bar. She's blonde, she's not to be messed with. It's Stephanie Bruce.
I have been tarred with the brush of Essex girl and bimbo. Quite often surprises people to find out that I've actually got a first-class degree in chemistry. The quizzing world is so dominated by men, and they see women as no competition.
Last week, William G. riled Stephanie with his comments.
Men win quizzes because men are better at quizzes.
With all due respect, it's rubbish. It's been good to see that both Mylene and Kate have stood up to William. At least I know I've got the girls on my side.
Seriously, you're in between 2 of us. Save yourself.
And the men need to realise that it doesn't matter how much talk they may have, they're never going to beat us.
Well, what do you make of Stephanie's chances tonight?
If a woman's going to win this, she's going to be the one, but I don't think she'll win tonight. She will get through eventually, no. I think that there's one of those 3 is going to beat her.
You do know that one of those 3 is a woman.
I know. And I don't think it's going to be the woman. You want to go any further? It's no good going down this route with me. I know it, and I know better than you lot about it, I'll tell you.
Listen, Stephanie, you're a real contender. You just need to deliver that knockout blow.
I'll try.
Yeah, Stephanie, this is your second time now, so you know exactly how this has got to be played. You know exactly what you've got to achieve.
Now, Stephanie, what have you learnt from playing Brain Chain?
I think I learnt from the last time that it's very important to save a chain early on so you've got something to fall back on.
OK, and what kind of score do you think will be a winning score tonight, bearing in mind who you're playing against?
Something around about 8 is going to be needed, but hopefully it'll be a lower score.
OK, well, listen, Stephanie, you're first up. Remember, your objective is to create the longest run of correct answers and then save it. OK? Mm-hmm. Best of luck.
Thank you.
It's time for your Brain Chain.
Stephanie, You have 90 seconds on the clock. Remember, the higher the chain, the more chance you have of winning this evening and eventually going through to the grand final. Kate will ask the first question, and your 90 seconds starts now.
Salad niçoise usually contains anchovies and which other fish?
Tuna.
Correct.
Russia, Ukraine and Bulgaria all have coastlines on which sea?
The Black Sea.
Correct.
Which British photographer married the actress Catherine Deneuve in 1965?
David Bailey.
Correct.
What is the title of the second part of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings trilogy?
The Two Towers.
Correct.
Which singer had a UK #1 in 2004 with Radio?
Robbie Williams.
Correct.
Save.
Which Top Gear presenter wrote the best-selling book Born to be Riled?
Pass.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Which 2006 film stars Peter O'Toole and Leslie Phillips as a pair of ageing actors?
Don't know.
Venus.
The UK grouse shooting season traditionally opens on the 12th of which month? Correct.
Which West End musical is based on the songs of Boney M?
Daddy Cool.
Correct.
Chris Donald was one of the founders of which British comic?
Viz.
Correct.
Which male member of the royal family was married at Westminster Abbey in July 1986?
Prince Andrew.
Correct.
Which of Arthur Miller's plays is set around the Salem witch trials?
Crucible.
Correct.
Which hit glam rock band's members include Gene Simmons and Paul
Kiss.
Stanley? Correct.
Save.
Hey. That's good, isn't it?
Better than I did last time.
Well, you've never saved before.
No.
That's the first time you've ever saved. Is it going to be enough? That's a big question. 5 was a winning score last week.
Absolutely, I'll keep my fingers crossed then.
OK, well, listen, Stephanie, congratulations. You've done really well. Good start. Off you go.
Thanks very much.
Well done. Thanks, Stephanie. Next up, then, the Oxford student hoping to graduate to the grand final. It's Will Cudmore.
People have got an image about certain people who go to Oxford. And I'm hoping to show that there's more to Oxford students than just scarves and bikes. I am on the university quiz squad.
He's definitely one of our really good players, and the whole squad is so proud of Will.
People have expressed reservations about going up against an Oxford student, but as long as they're worried, I think that's going to work in my favour. Really, for me, the greatest satisfaction will be to be crowned the champion, to be #1, to be the best mind in the UK.
When there's a will, there's a way, so go for it.
I think the pressure of being an Oxford student is that people expect great things from you, and I only hope I can fulfil that promise on the night.
Who's that making all that noise?
My school friends, there's Jack and Tom and Sarah.
OK. Jack, what was Will like at school?
Gosh, very, very notorious for reeling off long lists of knowledge. Lists of 20th century British prime ministers and the like, really.
Right. I'm guessing he didn't have a girlfriend. I'm kidding. No, you sound like a lot of fun. OK. Now, I understand that you are in the Oxford University quiz squad, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
So this is going to be a walk in the park for you, isn't it?
I wish. We don't usually have such august personages reading the questions. We don't usually do it under lights.
And what do you make of these other three here? Stephanie has posted a good score, right?
A strong competition. I have to do my best.
William, how do you think Will's going to do?
I discovered this boy at Oxford University when he entered the competition. He was the first contestant. He has 10 rapid-fire answers, and he's the guy I think is going to win tonight.
Kate, do you think that Will could go on and win tonight?
I think he could. He's little Lord Cudmore, isn't he, really? The posh boy with the Oxford education. Just got to be careful that silver spoon doesn't choke you, Will, because there's no old boys network here.
No,
Get the questions right.
I'm a grammar school boy, I'll have you know. No silver spoon in my mouth, I'm a grammar school boy.
You sound like it, mate.
Listen, Will, best of luck. It's time for your brain check.
Well, Will, your first question will come from Mylene, and your time starts now.
Will, what was the 2004 sequel to the film Ocean's 11 called?
Ocean's 12.
Correct.
In which limb of the human body is the fibula found?
The arm.
The leg.
Which Scottish singer's real name is Marie MacDonald McLaughlin Laurie?
Pass.
Lulu.
Who wrote the poem The Charge of the Light Brigade?
Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Correct.
In 1996, which trio had a UK #1 with Ready or Not?
No idea. Pass.
The Fugees.
Which detective made his first appearance in the short story A Study in Scarlet?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct.
Jean-Paul Gaultier designed the costumes for which sci-fi film starring Bruce Willis?
Pass.
The Fifth Element.
Which religious book, first produced in 1549, is known by the abbreviation BC?
Book of Common Prayer.
Correct.
How many balls are there on the table at the beginning of a game of snooker?
14.
Note 22.
The cottonmouth is a species of which creature?
Dunno.
Snake.
In 2006, David Bowie made a guest appearance in which BBC sitcom?
Extras.
Correct.
Which bodily function is also called sternutation?
No idea.
Sneezing.
Which Irish boy band topped the UK singles charts with The Rose last year?
Don't know.
Westlife.
Members of which religious movement commonly wear their hair in dreadlocks?
Rastafarian.
Correct.
In which country was the Hollywood star Heath Ledger born?
Australia.
Correct.
The abbreviation PP on sheet. Sorry, we've run out of time.
How you feeling?
Pretty chipper. I don't know. I got 2. It's better than none.
William, has he let you down?
No. He won't have let me down until we had the final, and he's not one of them.
OK, thanks so much. Will, off you go.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Will. OK, so 2 down, 2 to go. Stephanie is currently ahead with 6. That's the chain to beat. Next up, she's an office manager from Reading, but how will she manage in the People's Quiz? It's Julia Hobbs.
I would rate my intelligence probably a 9 to a 9.5.
We first met office manager Julia at our London auditions.
Yes, 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 yes!
And ever since I surprised her with the news that she'd made it to the studio rounds, she hasn't stopped smiling.
Quite possibly one of the most random facts I know is that 37 people were admitted to hospital with tea cosy related injuries in 1999.
Julia's really lovely. She's probably one of the sweetest girls that you'd like to meet.
I'm up for a laugh, I like having fun, but I'm here to play the game and win. It's kill or be killed in this game. Don't underestimate me, I fear no one.
William, how well do you think that Julia's going to do tonight?
I think the disadvantage is that Julia's experience is all in pub quizzes, and they don't normally worry too much about speed. I think you're going to have a hard job, but I wish you well, because you're such a jolly lady.
Oh, thank you very much, I think.
Trust me, that's a compliment.
Yes, exactly. Don't let that fool you, because you are smiley, you're great fun, you're making us all smile. And I want you to prove that nice girls can finish first, but don't be too nice, will you?
No,
Go on.
niceness and determination are not mutually exclusive, let me say.
And I think this is the time that you show William that you are quick, you are lovely, but you've got the right answers up your sleeve as well. You've got the crowd cheering you, so go for it, girl.
Julia, best of luck.
Thank you.
It's time for your brain check.
Thanks.
Well, Julia, you've seen how the others have fared. William will ask you your first question. Your time starts now.
Which Welsh female singer hosted her own TV talk show for the first time in 2006?
Charlotte Church.
Correct.
Which country voted for independence from its union with Serbia in May last year?
Croatia.
No, Montenegro.
Which musical features the songs Angel of Music and Music of the Night?
Phantom of the Opera.
Correct.
The Bible, the New Testament. Which disciple of Jesus attempted to walk on water?
John.
Peter.
Northern Lights is the first book in which fantasy trilogy...
His Dark Materials.
Correct.
Odontology deals specifically with which part of the body?
Teeth.
Correct.
Leslie Crowther and Michael Aspel both presented which long-running children's television series?
Crackerjack.
Correct.
Samuel Pepys was confidant to 2 kings, Charles II and which other?
Charles I.
No, James II.
Which Hollywood actor did Jennifer Garner marry in 2005?
Don't know.
Ben Affleck.
Of which Mediterranean country was Dom Mintov formerly Prime Minister?
Greece.
Malta.
Justin Hawkins found fame as the lead singer of which
Darkness.
British rock... Correct.
What name is given to a male alligator?
Don't know.
Bull.
The film The Last King of Scotland is based on events in the life of which African
Idi Amin.
dictator? Correct.
The Rembrandt House Museum is found in which European city?
Amsterdam.
Correct.
Who plays Charlie Edwards in the TV series Hotel Babylon?
Oh, no, Tamsin Outhwaite.
Max Beasley.
Port Louis is the capital of which island country in the Indian Ocean?
Don't know.
Mauritius. You're out of time.
I never really got enough to save, so...
You were going so well at one point, though.
At one point, yeah, and then it went, so...
OK, well, listen, Julia, we'll see you another time.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for playing. Up here, I tell you, up here, it is not easy. So far, then, 3 players have completed their brain chain, Stephanie, Will and Julia. Stephanie's built the longest chain. 6, then, is the target. Don't forget, only 1 player can win a place in tonight's final showdown. Our last player is a pub quizzer extraordinaire. But will this be his round? It's Mick McCarthy.
I've never done anything like this before, and I'm amazed to get this far.
Yes! Mick McCarthy might be a quiet man with a modest pub quizzing background, but we shouldn't write him off.
I think I'm quite smart, and if people want to underestimate me, that might be to their cost. And I can be ruthless when I need to. If I won the People's Quiz, I'd get myself and all my friends a box at Everton.
Yes!
I think I will make sure people think I'm just a nice guy with no great strategies or plans, but I'll have them up my sleeve. So when the time comes, they need to watch out for me.
Now, you're an Everton fan, is that right?
I am, that's great.
This must be quite a novelty for you, getting to the final stages of a big competition.
Well, I suppose I was good years and years ago, like Everton, and we're a rising force. We're on the way back, so hopefully I can be on the way back tonight.
OK. William, Mick's got 6 to beat. Do you think he can do it?
Yes, he surprises me, really, because you may remember on the first studio show we had, I suggested that Olaf pick him in the head-to-head as a certain scalp, and I think you've proved me wrong. In fact, you've got to win, because I made a prediction earlier that a woman wouldn't.
He seems dull. I've said it before. His performance so far hasn't been inspiring. But, folks, give me a chance. Still waters do run deep, and I think you've got more in there, so now it's time to shine.
So, Mick, if you win this, you want to buy a box at Everton.
That's correct.
And as a football widow myself, I don't know if I should be encouraging this kind of behaviour, but I also know that you want to learn the piano with the money, so...
That's correct, yes.
So, good for you, I say.
So, Mick, only Stephanie then stands between you and a place in tonight's final. The target is 6. You think you can do it?
It's going to be tough, but I'll give it a go.
Best of luck. Get ready for your brain chain.
Thank you.
Mick, you know the target.
I do,
Stephanie's 6. Kate will ask the first question, and the time starts now.
In the film Charlotte's Web, what type of creature is Charlotte?
A spider.
Correct.
Of which organisation did Ban Ki-moon become Secretary-General in 2007?
The United Nations.
Correct.
In which US city is the television medical drama ER set?
Chicago.
Correct.
Which gas is the most abundant chemical element in the galaxy?
Hydrogen.
Correct.
In 2005, which British singer-songwriter celebrated his civil partnership with David Furnish?
Elton John.
Correct.
Beirut is the capital city of which Middle East country?
Lebanon.
Correct.
Which Oscar-winning actress starred in the film Sweet Home Alabama?
Reese Witherspoon.
Correct.
Save.
Oh, my goodness!
I completely forgot about saving. I just was so happy to be ploughing ahead regardless. I just only thought I should probably save now, because if I get that one wrong, I go right back to 0. So
You made that look so easy.
it's all acting. I'm just a fake. No. All the years of pub quizzing has finally paid off. I think that's fair to say. Thank you.
I tell you, that was quite something. I don't think I've ever seen an Everton fan look so excited. There's one person who I think was more nervous than you were, and I was watching Stephanie, and she looked absolutely terrified. Stephanie, what was that like for you?
I was waiting for him to get a hard question.
Really? Would you have got all those right?
I think all of us would.
Oh.
But well done, Mick.
See, the truth is, when you're at home shouting at the screen, it's easy. And even, I think, sitting there or shouting in your head at the people here, it's easy. But actually, to be here is a totally different experience.
Very good. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Well, listen, congratulations.
Thank you.
6 was a chain to beat. That's exactly what you did, which means that you're through to tonight's Do or Die.
Thank you.
So, Mick, this is how it stands. Win one more round and you'll be tonight's champion. And besides the glory and the immense smugness, that means a guaranteed place in the grand final on the 23rd of June. But first, you'll have to go head-to-head with one of your rivals. Now, fortunately, you get to choose which one, but you must choose wisely, because if that person beats you, they'll take your place in the grand final and you'll be knocked out of the competition for good, OK? Will the remaining 9 players please take your positions? OK, now, Quiz Gods, we all know this is a real gamble. Any one of these 9 competitors could come through and steal that place in the grand final. William, who do you think Mick can beat tonight?
I don't like to do this, but I'm going to say it. His best choice is if he picks Ben.
William, why Ben?
I don't think his mind's on it. I like him. I don't think he's concentrated.
Mylene?
I would like to protect Ben. Only because I don't think he's really built his confidence up enough to shine, but he'll get there. He did earn a place like everybody else did here.
Take the panel splits, it will seem.
I know she's desperate to get back in the game, Stephanie. I know she'd love to have another crack at it, but I think for your sake, you certainly shouldn't pick Stephanie. They say who you should pick. I'm just saying don't pick her.
Thanks, guys. So, Mick, that's the verdict from our quiz gods. But obviously the person with the final word is you.
Yes.
There are 9. Have a little think.
And obviously the panel have had their views. I think he's in the state that I was on the first show of utter terror. So I'm going to go for Ben.
OK, Ben, come and join us. What have you come as tonight, Ben?
Tonight I've come as a punk who likes Bruce Lee.
OK, interesting, yeah. Is this something that you've borrowed from someone, or is that your own?
It's more something I stole from someone. I snuck into Kate's dressing room.
Right.
The wig was William's.
Yeah, I can see that. What are you wearing that's Mylene's? Let's leave it there. OK, now, how do you feel about Mick choosing you tonight?
Well, in all honesty, he would have been a fool not to choose me. I mean, I do feel slightly hard done by with my questions the first couple of weeks, but today my performance has been completely substandard and I'm the worst person here.
Right.
Although I still think I'm going to beat him.
Ben, how many questions did you get right in the first show?
Not.
How many questions did you get right in the second show?
1.
You see, he's getting better. That's what you're thinking.
Ask me about this one.
How many did you get right tonight?
I believe 3, but I might have lost count.
Right, OK. You're back in the game. Do you see this as maybe a big opportunity, or is this the moment that you're going to be leaving the competition for good?
Well, I've been prepared for this for a week. I'm very relieved not to be standing here against 6'6", arrogant maths teacher.
Right, Mark the Bet we're talking about.
Mark the Bet.
What do you make of him?
I respect him as a man. I respect him as a quizzer. I don't really respect him as a man. I respect him as a quizzer.
You lied about the first one.
I had to build him up before I could knock him down.
OK, so it's Mick versus Ben in tonight's Do or Die. One will go through, one will go out. It could go either way. Meanwhile, let's go live to Lottery HQ to see what's coming up later on this evening.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, I'll be here at Lottery HQ with the Thunderball, Dream Number and Lotto draws at 9:35 right here on BBC One. Join me later to find out if it's your lucky night.
It's getting exciting. Welcome back. Earlier on, Mick outwitted some of the nation's brightest brains to reach tonight's dramatic showdown. Since January, he has fought off thousands of fellow brain boxes, and now only this man, Ben, stands between him and a place in June's grand final. Mick, you chose to play against Ben in the Do or Die. Do you still think you've made the right decision?
I'll find out in a few minutes, I suspect. But...
How are you feeling?
See that? Steady as a rock.
Yeah, nice and calm.
Unfortunately, that's my buzzer hand.
Right. Now, panel, this is going to be quite a match-up, isn't it? Any words of advice going into the final round?
Ben, you've made us all smile and all laugh, but maybe it's time to cut the jokes and get serious.
No. You see, I know that Ben's got a degree in psychology, and I'm wondering if maybe this is all part of the act and he's just trying to psych you out, Mick. Did you see?
Before we go on, let's hear from last week's winner, Mark Levette. Mark, welcome back. I see you brought all your friends back again. Mark, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Could be interesting, this one. In terms of knowledge, there's no contest. Mickey's got far better all-round general knowledge than Ben. However, I think Ben's faster. And in this round, as you saw the last couple of weeks, that's crucial. You might just have an upset.
OK, listen up, fellas. Here's how it works. On the screen, there are 12 categories. Hidden behind 5 of those is a letter Q. The first person to find 3 Qs will be tonight's winner. OK? The computer will now randomly reposition the 5 Qs. So, those 5 Qs are behind 5 of those subjects. It's time for Do or Die. Mick, you were first through, so you get to pick your first category.
Yep.
OK? Take a look at them. There they are. What's it going to be?
I'm going to start at 90s pop music.
OK. Miley, can we have the first question, please?
Ian H. Watkins. Ben.
Steps.
Ian H. Watkins and Lee Latchford Evans were both members of which 90s pop group? You answered Steps. It is correct.
In fact, you've got a picture of H on the back of your jacket there.
Why do you think it's on the back?
So, good steal, that.
Thank you.
You proud of knowing about Steps?
No, I'm proud of knowing about 90s pop music. Cheers, Dad.
Is he a big Steps fan?
Yeah.
So, we are looking then for our first cue. Is it behind 90s pop music? No, it's not there. Which means you can take control of the board.
It's going to have to be film.
OK. William.
The recent blockbuster film 300 tells the story of... Mick?
The Spartans defending against the Athenians.
I'll complete the question. The recent blockbuster film 300 tells the story of warriors from which city of ancient Greece? Mick, that is not a correct answer.
That was the gamble. I went very early, so...
Ben?
Sparta.
Is the correct answer.
Well, let's find out then. Is there a cue behind film? OK. Quiet down, folks. Ben?
Art and artists.
Kate?
Which artistic style, where the subject is reduced to basic geometric shapes, Ben?
Cubism.
Which artistic style, where the subject is reduced to basic geometric shapes, was popularised by Picasso? You said Cubism? You're correct.
What is going on here? You were hopeless for the first two shows.
I've been saying all along, my knowledge is flaky, but my speed is right up there.
OK, well, you're doing ever so well so far.
Thanks,
but
Joe.
you still haven't found a cue. Let's see if that first cue is behind art and artists. Still no cues. Don't forget, there are 5 cues there. You only need 3, but there are 5. They are randomly positioned. The computer decides. It has nothing to do with us. Where are we going to go next, Ben?
Celebrities.
Celebrities. Mylene.
Which British actress married the director Sam Mendes? Ben.
Kate Winslet.
That is correct.
You knew that one, didn't you? I did know that one. So, we are after our first cue. Is it behind celebrities?
You're still in with a chance, Mick.
You should have had any luck, have you? I can't believe this. OK, so we need another category.
Sporting heroes.
Sporting heroes. William.
Who holds the record for being National Hunt Champion jockey on the most occasions? Ben?
Frankie Dettori.
I'll read the question again. Who holds the record for being National Hunt Champion jockey on the most occasions? You said...
Frankie Dettori.
The answer is incorrect. Mick?
Tony McCoy.
Correct.
Where did I get that one from?
OK, well, Mick, you're back in the game. Could this be, then, the moment that you steal the first cue, essentially, from Ben? It'll be a bit of bad luck. Is that cue, then, behind sporting heroes? Oh, it's not there! Oh, no! It's not there! 7 categories left. There are 5 cues, so I'm told. There are 5 cues behind there. You only need to find 3 of them. Mick?
I go for cities next.
Kate?
Which European capital is served by Kastrup International Airport?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen is correct.
Surely there has to be a cue behind cities. There she goes. Well done. So, we found the first cue. I tell you what, we're running out of categories. You only need to find 2 more. What are you going to pick?
I'm going to go for astronomy.
OK. Mylene.
Which planet is known as both the morning... Mick.
Venus.
I'll complete the question. Which planet is known as both the morning and the evening star? You said Venus. That is correct.
OK. If there is a cue behind there, you're just going to be 1 away from that place in the grand final. Is there a cue behind astronomy? Where are you going to go, Mick?
Scientists.
You've gone for scientists.
Scientists.
OK. William.
Which scientist turned down the presidency of Israel when it was offered to him in 1952?
Albert Einstein.
Is the correct answer.
OK, we're looking then for cue number 2, behind scientists. Four cues left. 4 categories left.
Where are they?
Unbelievably. Well, we know what it comes down to. You just got to buzz in correctly. Whoever can do that will be going through to the grand final. Well done. Now, what are you thinking? I just guess you've got to go for your strongest category, right?
I'll go for world cuisine.
OK. So don't forget, guys, we know for a fact there is a queue behind world cuisine. Mick, so far you have 1 cue. Ben, you have no cues. Kate.
Which cold dessert gets its name from the Italian for cooked? Mick.
Oh. Tiramisu.
I'll complete the question. Which cold dessert gets its name for the Italian for cooked cream? You said tiramisu. That's incorrect.
Panna cotta?
Correct.
Oh! And we know there's a queue. Let's see the queue. We know there's a queue there. Brilliant. Well done. It's completely even. You have a queue each, but you now have control of the board.
I'd say that's an advantage. I was steering clear of classic US TV earlier because I thought Mick might be better at it, but I'd be OK, but now he hasn't gone for it, I am.
Classic US TV is the category you've gone for.
Yep.
Let me just remind you, the first person to buzz in and get this answer correct will take their tally to 2 cues. We know for a fact there is a queue behind classic US TV. This could be a pivotal moment in the game. Mylene.
Who played the title role in the TV series Quincy? Ben.
Jack Klugman.
That's correct.
Well done!
Thank you.
We know there's a queue behind classic US TV. Let's see it. Wow. So, it's all down to this. Myths and legends and dance.
Myths and legends.
OK, quieten down, folks. Ben has found 2 cues. Mick has found 1 cue. If you buzz in first and get this answer right, you're in the final. And Mick, you're out of the competition for good. It's all down to this question. William.
Whose unrequited love for Narcissus?
I don't know. Nymph.
I'll complete the question. Whose unrequited love for Narcissus caused her to waste away until only her voice was left? You said?
Nymph.
That's the incorrect answer.
Yeah.
Mick?
Is it Echo?
Correct.
Let's see the cue!
It's not going to get any better than this.
OK, 2 cues each. It really is as simple as this. The first person to buzz in and get this answer on dance correctly will go through to the final. The other person will be out of the competition for good. Mick, how are you feeling?
If there were 100 categories, I wouldn't have gone for dance in the first 99. So, but I'm hoping that Ben will be the same way, and it'll just be something that one of us will know.
No, first 98. I've got the advantage.
OK. It's all down to this final question. Kate.
Which river dance star Mick.
Michael Flatley.
Complete the question. Which river dance star created the stage show Lord of the Dance? You said Michael Flatley. That was correct.
I cannot believe I got a question on dance tonight.
Well done. Well done.
Ben, I'm going to miss you.
Thank you, Jamie. I'll miss you.
You have beaten thousands of others to be where you are today, but sadly, it's time to say goodbye.
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 Oh.
Off you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Phillips has left the building. You are our third contender to win a place in the grand final. You're going to be joining Olav and Mark. How are you feeling?
I'm exhausted, but I'm just so relieved. It's for the contest at the end to be like that as well. I mean, had I got the first three wrong and just got nowhere, then it would have been almost easy to take. But to go through that, for it to come down to the very last question of the whole night, well,
it's quite something. Ladies and gentlemen, from Oxfordshire, tonight's People's Quiz champion, age 38, it's Mick McCarthy. As our winner takes the plaudits. Thanks to our quiz gods, William, Kate and Mylene. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Good evening from Lottery HQ. Remember, you can see tonight's Thunderball, Dream Number and Lotto draws right here on BBC One at 9:35. The machines have been prepared, the balls have been loaded, and our Alan has been warming up all afternoon, haven't you?
I have. Do you want to hear? Release those big money balls, I say.
No, Alan! Don't peek too early. Join us later to find out if you're a winner.